to like and subscribe. Today we're going to read the Bible. Let's get started. Jonah chapter 1, 2, 3. Once there was a man named Jonah, and God told the man to go to Nineveh and tell the people to stop their evil ways. But Jonah was scared because the people of Nineveh were bad, and they never listened to God, and they never obeyed him. So Jonah went to the seashore and went on a ship, and then he was sleeping on the bottom of the ship. And then God sent a big storm, and the people on the boat and the captain were very scared. So then the captain went down on the bottom of the ship and found Jonah sleeping. And then Jonah said, "It's all my fault, throw me in the water." And then when they threw him in the water, God made a big fish swallow him. And then he stayed there for 3 days and 3 nights. And then God told the fish to spit him out on the dry land. And then God told him to go to Nineveh to tell the people to stop being bad to each other and stop killing each other. And then Jonah went to the city of Nineveh and told the people to stop being bad to each other. And then God forgave them and they listened. Yeah, that was my story. Amen! Daniel was praying to God. Those two men. The king made a law. No one should be praying but me. Daniel prayed to God still. And he went to the lion den. He did not got eaten because God was by his side.
My book is about David and Goliath. 1 Samuel chapter 17. There was a young shepherd boy named David. One day, his brothers went to war against the Philistines. And then his dad, Jesse, commanded David to go give them good news and some bread. Early in the morning he went, and when he went, everyone was terrified, so scared, because there was a man named Goliath, and he was 9 feet tall, and he was a giant. He was a big, strong warrior, and no one could defeat him. He yelled out, "Someone can defeat me, but I'll defeat you." And then David got so angry. He was mad. Why was they scared of him? So when the boys heard that, they reported this to Saul, King Saul. And then David went to King Saul, and King Saul asked him, "Why do you want to battle this guy? You're so young and he's a strong warrior." What? And then David kept on begging, "Can I please go to battle?" So Saul gave him armor, but it was too heavy. So he said, "I can't." He went without armor, and he took 5 smooth stones. When he went to the battle arena, Goliath yelled out, "I will defeat you and feed you to wild animals." And then he got angry and he said, "You come with a sword and spear, but I come to you by the name of God." And then he put his stone in the launcher and he threw it at his forehead, and then it sunk in his forehead, and then he fell face planted on the earth. Then he took Goliath's sword and cut his head. And then they celebrated, and then happily ever after.
Whoa! Amen! Amen! My story was about once upon a time, there was a man who named Noah, and he believed in God, and he said he's going to destroy the world because people did not love him or obey him. And then he saw what they did, and then he said to Noah, since he obeyed him and loved him, he will not destroy him and his family. Noah built an ark, and people who lived nearby him, they laughed and said, "Look, is Noah silly to build such a big boat on dry land?" And they said one another. And then he didn't care, so he kept on building. When he was going to finish, God said, "Bring 2 kinds of birds and animals, and then 7 kinds of birds, a raven, and a dove." And then Noah has finished building the boat. God told him to shut the door. It started raining, drop, and it even covered the grass and the little trees, and then it covered the houses that people made, and then they started to die and drown, and that they couldn't swim. So they had nowhere else to go, and they even covered the highest mountains of there. And then when no one was in the earth was like the ocean, and then people started to die, and then there was no more place. And then Noah opened the window and sent 2 kinds of birds, a raven, and then they came back with nothing. And then the next day, he sent out a dove, and then it bring a leafy branch. And then he knew that he had to stay in the boat a little longer. And then one more day, when he sent out a dove, it did not came back from the whole day. And then he started opening the door of the houseboat, and then there was no more people. And then God said, "You are the first people that have new grandchild, and then your grandchild will have children, and then children, and then children, and then they live happy after. And then God sent a rainbow, and that's a promise. You'll never flood the earth again, but only set fire." Amen. Thank you for listening to our Bible story. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to live life, stay safe, and subscribe. Bye, guys.